We are at IBC 2025. There's been a ton of new releases this year, and we want to go check out all of the new equipment, gear, and cool stuff. Come with us and let's see what's new. So we're here with Jack at Canon, and we want to hear what is the latest release. What are you excited about here at IBC?
Hello, well what I'm most excited about is the new EOS C50. We launched this just before the show started. This is our lightest ever cinema EOS camera to date. 7K full frame sensor, RF mount, and also is 12-bit internal raw light open gate recording as well. So really fantastic little camera. Seems like small, compact and lightweight is in at the moment, especially who we're aiming this at, so your content creators, hybrid. So as well as being a fantastic cinema camera, it also does 32 megapixel stills as well. So for those who are flitting between photo and video, it's a really powerful tool for them. The good thing about the sensor on this camera is it offers 15 plus stops of dynamic range. It's a dual base ISO product with base ISO of 800 and 6400 as well. Within the door here we have a slot for both SD cards and CF Express cards as well, which means you can really shoot a long time doing that cinema raw light internal recording. So yeah, at the same time as this camera we launched a new lens in our Hybrid Prime series, the RF 85mm f1.4. It's a lens that's been much requested by our customers in the focal length of 85mm, and the good thing about them is they have the form factor of a stills lens, but they have some of the functionality of a more cinema lens as well, such as things like the manual aperture as well, that a cinematographer may be more used to.
This is our new Nikon ZR, and we're really excited about this because this is the first product that is both Nikon and also Red branded. You are mainly going to be using this for video. We see it as like a small, lightweight cinema camera. You can use it as its own A cam, or you can also use it as a B cam alongside bigger Red cinema cameras if you wanted to. So this will sit very nicely alongside things like a Komodo X or also a V-Raptor X if you wanted to use those. And we have people that have shot with both of those cameras side by side and color graded them side by side as well. If you really want to, you can still use it for stills. So from a photography side of things, you have up to 24 megapixel stills, and then it also has a really nice, incredibly large screen. So we generally have the idea that you don't need to use it with an external display. You still can if you want to, but this is a 4-inch display, which is the largest in its category. It's also the brightest at 1000 nits, and it also has the best color in its category, which will show you a full P3 color gamut. So it is a really nice little camera, but packs a lot of information into its tiny screen. And then also in the view on the top of the screen, where there's no viewfinder, you have 32-bit float audio built in. So whether you're using the internal microphones or whether you just line a mic in through the mic port, you still get 32-bit audio recording internally, which is a bit of a game changer for some people, especially when you're out and about in the field and you might forget to change your audio levels. That 32-bit float just means you can save it afterwards. So we're really excited to see what people think of this camera and what they use it for going forward, and all the different places we'll see it, because we might see it for solo shooters, we might see it with people who want to record themselves, but we also think we will start to see it in the cinema industry as it being used as like a crash cam, or just being rigged into really awkward positions because of its size and because of its weight, and then being shot alongside some of the bigger Reds. So that's what we're definitely excited about, and excited about the future of the Z Cinema line as well.
We're launching the platform here that you see. So this is our world first, our global launch of Keras. It's been a project that's been 5 years in the making, initially designed to help people with disabilities come in and work as camera operators in the industry, but we quickly realised through its developments that this was going to be something everyone's going to want to use, from steady cam operators to regular camera operators, because it saves you having to carry big payloads and being on sets for long periods of time. So this machine is very capable, very fast. It does up to 20 kilometers per hour. And it will run for a range of 25 kilometers. So it does some amazing moves like dolly shots, orbiting, but it adds so much creative value to different types of productions.
Here at IBC, we're introducing a whole new series, a whole new family of Nova panels for our product line. And this is actually the first ever light panel with Blair CG built inside. So this uses our Blair CG light engine from like the 1000C. That's blue, lime, amber, indigo, red, cyan, and green, and even some deep red inside here as well to give a really, really good white light color fidelity. And at the same time, we actually have a really good saturated color quality as well because we're using our Blair CG light engine, which uses multiple colors to create a really solid white light or a really saturated color. So that means behind us in our studio over here, we're actually doing this whole green screen setup. You can see that light in the background is actually changing right now between magenta, blue, green, etc. And the whole purpose of this is to show if we're using these Nova 2s to light up a white backdrop, a white wall, we can actually still reproduce the same colors you need to get the colors for a green screen or a blue screen and actually achieve a true camera green, which a lot of RGB only panels can't do. On top of that, the Nova 2 is 1,000 watts of really intense output. Each of these LEDs is packed super tightly. We have a dense array of LEDs with 35-degree lenses on top of them, so that means that we can project the light pretty far with a bare bulb 35-degree lens. That's 28,000 lux at 3 meters. And if the 2x1 is just too much punch for you, if it's a little bit too big, we also have the 1x1, which is basically everything that this guy has, just cut in half. So this is still giving you a lot of output at 3 meters, 15,000 lux with the bare bulb. And then behind us, we actually still have the Nova 9 degree. So the Nova 9 degree is our light fixture that takes these and actually satisfies a different USP, different use case. The Nova 9 degree takes our Blair technology from our XT52 and shrinks the beam angle down into a really, really tight beam, the tightest beam angle of any panel light on the market right now, and it allows us to throw the light super, super far. So if you want to throw light to simulate a window, you want to put it into a 3-light array, the Nova 9 degree is going to be really great for that, to give you the punch that you want from simulating sunlight, and at the same time it uses our Blair light engine, so it does mean you get a lot of color. With revamping the Nova P300C and P600C, this is a whole new family of Novas, from accessories to panels and all.
Definitely lights up the room here. Oh, and now I'm seeing some cool things to store different gear, which is really important when you're buying all the fancy fun equipment and toys here. Maybe Marie will have to check out the little lights here later for us. It can be fun on Instagram. Oh, and if you need to manage, track, maintain all of this fun new equipment that you're finding, check out Cheqroom, where you can make reservations, checkouts, maintenance, tracking, all that good stuff so that you are getting the best value out of the equipment you're buying here.
One of the things that we're really excited to show about the new ISO primes that I think is really displayed well in our booth here today, one of the things that just makes them a little bit easier for life on set relative to our existing primes, the high-speed primes. The high-speed primes being optical formulas that were developed from the photo line of the Art Series lenses. They weren't really designed with life on set in mind, so the size and weight kind of varies a little bit from lens to lens, which for a photographer is not really a concern, but when you're swapping lenses out on set, having to rebalance a gimbal or change your dimensions and your matte box setup can take time. It just slows production down. It's not super efficient. The new ISO primes were developed with that thought in mind from the start. So as you can see in our display here with them all laid side by side, it makes it really nice and obvious that the size, the weight, the dimensions, they're all very consistent. So those lens swaps are now trivial. It's a matter of seconds. You don't have to reset your size and your rebalance at anything. They're all going to be consistent in size and weight and the distance from the mount. So just little things like that make the new ISO primes just a lot easier for the team on set. The reaction to the ISOs has been pretty solid. I think one of the things that has kind of caught people by surprise, though, is the autofocus cine line that's been coming out too. But what really sets this lens apart, in manual focus mode, it's going to look, feel, and behave just like the ISOs and the high speeds that we're used to. You've got hard stops on either end of the focus ring. You've got a 200-degree focus throw, a linear response, so it behaves and responds just like a manual mechanical cine lens. But this lens, similar in a way to the high-speed primes, the internals of this lens are derived from the 28 to 45 f1.8 art lens. So you, with this lens, have also the ability, if you're working in a fast-paced environment or with a small team or maybe running solo on a gimbal, the ability to throw this lens in autofocus as well, and then let the camera take control. So in a lot of ways, it's kind of a true hybrid cine lens. You have the ability to run in manual focus and have the control and the precision of a manual mechanical cine lens, or the ability to throw it in autofocus and have the speed and convenience of a photo lens.
So I'm here with Hong Hao from Pixboom at IBC, and we'd love to hear about the Pixboom Spark. Tell us about it.
Pixboom Spark is a super slow-mo camera. It supports like 1000 fps at 4K resolution and like 1800 at 2K resolution. It's like working on continuous recording mode that you directly stream the high-speed video into the SSD. It supports like 7 up to 7 minutes continuous recording, maximize frame rates and maximize resolution. And we have a BSI global shutter as Super 45 sensors. It's about 4 times more brighter than traditional FSI sensors. For monitoring, we have like 12G SDI, HDMI 2.0, both supports 4K output, and that's it.
This is the GFX Eterna 55. So it's our first cinema camera, and it's our first digital cinema camera, and it's based on the GFX 102 sensor and processor. So that's 44 millimeters wide by 33 millimeters tall, which gives a diagonal of 55 millimeters, which is where it gets its name from. So very large sensor that we're working with, and really the essence is to try to make people be able to shoot 65 millimeter feel and look of a production at a much more accessible price point. You can shoot open gate, you can shoot full height, full width. Of course, there's not a lot of lenses that will cover that size, but you also have many options. So you can crop in, so you can have full width, but maybe a 17:9 or a 16:9 height. You can come in a little bit more, and you come into like a full frame mode, a little bit like 35 millimeter film, and you can come even more into a Super 35. Now, those decision making on that canvas is completely separate to the quality and the resolution. So whatever your vision is, whichever lenses you want to use, you'll be able to use them on this camera. Next up really is the color. So we are Fujifilm. We have been known for color for many, many decades. And we've taken a lot of that expertise, a lot of that experience, and we've developed it into the color science in the camera. It has an internal battery, which is great, so you can actually hot swap with the internal battery. The whole camera in its basic form takes about 21, 22 watts, so it's really, really low. 100 watt hour battery will give you 4 or 5 hours, so very low power drain. But most importantly, when you are running on the internal battery, the fans still work, so no problem there with overheating. So a few other features. It has obviously the largest sensor, or the tallest sensor on the market, largest variable ND. So the ND can be clear or 2 stops, and then it can go from 2 to 7 stops at very, very fine, like 0.05 increments. So you can actually use the wheels on the front of the camera and on the top handle to really dial in very precise exposure if you want to. It uses our G mount, which is the mount that we developed for our GFX system. But you can also, it also ships with a PL mount, so standard PL mount lenses will work fine. And there are third-party solutions for many other mount solutions. So to us, the most important thing is that creatives feel like this tool is helping them to create their vision rather than hindering them in any way.
There's a lot to see here at IBC, and we only scratch the surface. If you're craving more IBC content, check out our videos here.